Alright, it's time for another math easy solution. Turn to discuss further into the definition and derivative, and now look at example 2 of the example series. In my last video I went over this example 1, and you can see that in the video link below. And I also went over definition of derivative a long while ago, and you could also see that in the video link below. So now I'm going to go over this example 2 to help better illustrate definition of the derivative. So basically this states the position of a particle is given by the equation of motion S of t equals 1 divided by 1 plus t, where t is measured in seconds and s in meters. And now it's asked find the velocity and the speed after 2 seconds. Recall that the velocity function, this is just the derivative of the motion equation of motion, or the distance equation, because distance basically how far you're going, and velocity is just the rate of change, or the slope, or basically the rate of change of how fast you are going, or how fast you are going, and that is what the rate of change is, and thus the velocity is basically the derivative of this motion or this distance formula. Because the rate of change that you're running, that's basically your velocity. And this, remember, so this is the slope here, or the derivative. And recall that the definition of derivative, f of x, or f prime of x, this just equals to limit as h approaches 0 of, this is f of x plus h minus f of x. So, and then all divided by h. So this is the definition derivative. And now to find the velocity, we just have to find the derivative of this motion equation, or this distance equation. And you can also see the units. This is s is in meters, and the slope is going to be, will rise over 1 meters divided by time. That's the x or x-axis in this case, or the t-axis, and meters per second is velocity. So now all we do is plug that in. So s of t, this just equals to, instead of f of x, we use s of t now in this equation. So we're going to plug that in. So 1 over 1 plus t plus h. Actually, I forgot to write the limit here. Limit as h approaches 0 of this 1 divided by 1 plus t plus h, and then this is all minus, in this case, in this case 1, and then 1 divided by 1 plus t, all divided by h right here. And now, since we're only asked to find the velocity and speed after 2 seconds, well, then we just plug in the 2 instead of the actual t. So we'll just plug in s of, this is of 2 equals to limit as h approaches 0 of 1 plus 2 right here, plus h, all minus 1 plus 2, all divided by h right here. And then if we just simplify this, we're going to get equals to limit h approaches 0 of 1, this is going to be now 3 plus h, and then minus 1 over 3, all divided by h. Now we could add this top part using the common denominator by multiplying the top and bottom by like terms, and I'll show you what I mean. So you can go right limit h approaches 0. Now we can write the top multiplied by 3, and the bottom we're going to have, so multiply the top and bottom by 3 on this one. And then the right side here will multiply by 3 plus h on the top and bottom. So we get a common denominator of 3 times 3 plus h. So we're not really changing anything. So because remember, these cancel, this cancel will be exact same as this, all divided by h. And now if we simplify this out, or no, now we could actually subtract these. So we're gonna get limit as h approaches 0 of now 3 minus 3 plus h, all divided by 3 plus h over 3, all divided by h. Now we could bring this h into this one. This means the same thing. So now this is going to be limit as h approaches 0, and also cancel this 3 out. 3 minus 3 is 0, and then negative multiplied by plus h is going to be negative h. So we have negative h, all divided by, now this is going to be 3 plus h, just simplify this, and then this times by h. Just move this 3 in front, doesn't change anything. Now we can cancel the h's in here. So we're going to get limit as h approaches 0 of negative 1, because the h's cancel, of 3 plus h. Now we can just plug in 0 here. Before we couldn't because, well, you're going to be dividing by 0 and you can't do that. It's not defined. So now we're going to get, if we just plug it in, -1 over 3, 3 plus 0, and this just equals to -1 over 9 right here. Remember, this is going to be meters per second. And now this is the velocity. So v of 2 after 2 seconds equal to -1 over 9 meters per second. But now what is speed? Remember, speed is just, this is actually how fast you are going. Yeah, I've just written speed and velocity, what they mean here. So the speed is basically how fast you are going, and the velocity is also how fast you're going and in what direction. So in this case, negative or opposite of whatever positive is right here. So then this includes this negative sign, and then thus the speed, if we call it, let's go speed, this is equals to absolute value of velocity, because we don't really care what direction. So absolute value of the velocity at the 2 seconds, in this case it's going to be absolute value of 1 over 9, and this equals to 1 over 9 right here, meters per second. Well, that's yeah, that's basically the answer. That's all for today. Hopefully you learned from this this useful example, and also if you want to see example 1, see that in the video link below. Well, thanks for watching. Remember, you can always download these notes in the Dropbox link below, and stay tuned for another Math Easy solution.